Good morning everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back out in the car again, and as you can probably guess, we are in the country roads in Essex. We're back for the third time in a row. We had to come back. The last 2 weeks we've had 9 hammers between 3 of us, and we've had artifacts dating back to the kind of 15th century. It was amazing. So today we're actually joined by a special guest. We're joined by a fellow YouTuber who you will see shortly, because we're about to pull up to the field in a couple minutes, and I'm very excited. I think we're going to get, hopefully, a few hammers today and some lovely artifacts, but today we're really going to be focusing on the small signals. We're going to be going slow around the area. We've had quite a few. We're going to be picking out the smallest signals that hopefully are going to be the little hammered coins. As I said, we're very close to the field now, so I will see you when we're out on the fields and all kitted up. And we have arrived, and the special guest is Jelly from the Metal Detective. First of all, before we do anything else, go check out her channel. It's amazing, find some amazing stuff on there. And yeah, thank you again, Carl, for letting us come on here and take all your hammered coins. But no, we're gonna have a bit of fun today. So we're gonna do Deus 2 versus Deus 1. So I'm on the Deus 1 and so is my dad, and then these two are on the Deus 2.
Oh, Deus 2.
So we're gonna have a little bit of fun. We're gonna compare some signals, see which goes deeper. I think I know what the result's gonna be, but we're gonna have a bit of fun, see which machine finds the most. Right, enough talking, let's get out detecting. First proper decent signal of the day, nice 87, 88, very clean. Been detecting about 20 minutes. There is lots of signals still left in this field, even though Carl has had the field for like 4 years, and then we've all done it quite a few times. But lots of it is lots of little bits of lead and other stuff like that. Sorry if it's really windy. It is very windy today. It's just down here somewhere. Oh, I'd have thought this would be a coin. Oh no, what is that? Oh, is that just a big bit of alloy? Oh, it is. That is very annoying. 0-0 for Deus 1 versus Deus 2 so far. Get in! First coin of the day. Deus 1 winning so far. I'll get this on the close camera in a sec. I think it's an old halfpenny. Deus 2, them two, I think they've had 3p. They've had like 3 1p's, something like that. But they're not counting the old coins. And that is the first of the day. There we go, nice little Jaws of 5th halfpenny, 1929. So his small head variant there, somewhere about 25 and 25,000 these coins are made, so pretty common, but they're always nice to find, especially when they're in decent condition like that. That will clean up lovely at home. Nice bit of wax and that green will come out lovely. Great start. Just as I thought we were getting in the lead, sorry if it's really windy, I had my first coin. I just found something very interesting, which I'll show you when I know what it is. It's a nice find. Carl, what have you found?
Deus 2, isn't it? It just produces hammers.
Let's have a look, let's have a look. Oh, it's another tiny one. Oh, look at that. Beautiful little hammer. I know what it is straight away. Let's get it on the closer camera.
What is it?
Look at that beauty. So Carl, that is a little Charles I penny. So you can see there's a Roman numeral I just there, so 1.
Where's that at the top?
Just there.
Yeah, okay.
Yep, so it is 1. So it's a 1 penny. So Charles I reigned 1625 to 1649.
Wow.
So that's what it is.
Wow, wow, wow.
Can't get an exact date because the mint mark, which would tell us a date, is a bit rubbed off, but it'll be somewhere between those dates, which is lovely. Amazing start. Well done, Carl.
Thank you. It just keeps producing.
You know, the Deus 2, I'm sorry if it's so windy, I'm going to stand this way. The Deus 2 is a very good machine. I'm probably going to get one soon, hopefully, if my dad allows it. But the Deus 1, it's the classic, you know? You just can't beat the classic, because I've got a hammer now as well. It was a good signal. There's lots of signals in this field still, but it just felt different. And look, definitely a hammered coin. I'm going to get it on the closer camera. Deus 1 strikes back. take a look at that. Oh, looks quite smooth. I'm not 100% sure. I want to be careful because I do not have any water on me.
I've got water.
Right. Yes, please. That'd be great. Thank you.
Recording, is that alright?
That's no problem. I think it's going to be a little soldino.
The squirt is broken.
Thank you very much.
A little what? Soldino?
Yeah, I think so. Hold on. Oh no, it's not. It's Commonwealth. Yeah.
Commonwealth.
Oh, look at that. Oh, that's amazing. I haven't had one of them in literally years. Look at that. Right, okay, I'll clean up a bit more off camera and I'll come back to you guys. Come down here, guys. Come down here. I'm in my favourite little spot. I came here quite a few times last week because we had loads of hammers and I had to just clean them up here. But look, it's a beautiful lake just back here. And I'm just going to clean up these hammers and show them a bit better. They're lovely. There we go. Take a look at that beauty. This was the little Charles here. So Charles I was executed in 1649 in the Second English Civil World War, which is really cool. Is it actually links to the next coin, the Commonwealth, that I found, that I'm going to clean up as well. But wow, beautiful. And take a look at that. So it's not a Venetian soldino, which I thought it was, which we had one of them a couple of weeks ago. It is actually a Commonwealth. So it isn't actually under a proper monarch, because the Commonwealth was a political structure during the period 1649 to 1660, when England and Wales later, along with Ireland and Scotland, were governed as a republic because of the end of the Second Civil War, and obviously Charles I was executed. So I think it's going to be a half groat. There should be 2 eyes up there to symbolise two pennies, but it's a bit battered, but still, that is an absolutely beautiful coin. I'm so happy with that. I haven't had one of these in literally years, probably about 3 years since I had one. So that is amazing. 2 lovely little hammered coins that link in so well. And here's a little lead object I had. It's really strange. Look, you can see there's a fleur-de-lis in the middle. There's some dotted pattern. But I've got no idea what it is. It's definitely old. I'd say maybe 1600s. Could be to do with the Civil World War, linking to the other coins that we've had recently off this field. But I don't know. It's a nice find, whatever it is. Hopefully I'll get an idea, and if I do, I'll say it in the roundup, so make sure to stay till the end. Bit of a scratchy one here. It's a bit weird. From this side, it's quite scratchy, but then from the other side, it's really quite clean. But it's a very small signal. But I'm definitely going to dig it in case it is a tiny little hammered. But I'm very happy with those 2. We've only been detecting hour and a half, and already on 2 hammers. And we're actually winning, aren't we? Because, oh wow, it's right there. And it's cleaned up. But the Deus one team are winning so far. We've had 1 hammered and I had 1 milled coin. My dad's letting the side down a bit. But we are winning so far. Right, just here. Can we make it 2 hammers? Let's see. It's a very small signal, so it might take me a while to find. All right, it's in here. Come on. Oh no, is that it there? Oh, you're joking. Oh, I think this is still a good find, I believe. Yeah, it's nothing too special. I think it's just part of a buckle. Definitely old, but not what we're after. Another nice one here. It's a bit scratchy again though, but a little bit cleaner than the last one. It's a 73, but this signal here could easily be a hammered. The one that I just had, it was quite a quiet 72. Again, scratchy. And then it improved to still be quite scratchy, but cleaner, which is exactly what this one's done. I am terribly sorry if it's very windy. It is extremely windy. Come on, just down here. I'd love to get another hammered this early on. Oh, you're joking. What is that? Oh, is it really another part of a buckle? I Oh, it is as well. Oh, there's some detail on there though. All right, hold on. Let me clean this up. That's a nice find. And there it is. Beautiful little buckle fragment. Probably 17, maybe 1600s. There's a bit of pattern on there. You can't really make it out, but still a nice find and showing the age around here. Just had this up. It was an amazing signal. It was like a 96. And it's some sort of like badge, I think. Oh, I don't really know what's on here. Definitely something though. I can't really see right now because it's quite hard, but there's definitely some stuff. I think it says Cove up there. I don't know. I'll save it for the roundup, get it fully cleaned up, but definitely something interesting one to clean up later. Nice clean signal here. 74, 75, but it's a bit scratchy, which I kind of do like, because most of the hammered coins we've had off this field have been high number signals like this, but quite scratchy, which is good. I have actually found out what my mystery lead object was, and it is a very good find actually, and a good example of what it is, but you've got to stay till the roundup to see what that is. Keep it a little surprise, but still in the hole, so nice bit of depth, which is always good. Let's have a little look. Oh, I've dug just off it. It's just in the side wall here, I believe. Literally just here. Come on. Right, come on. Let's just flip out a nice hammered coin. You see anything? Oh, is that it there? Oh, all right. It's a cool find. It might have some detail on. It's an old bag seal. I'm going to get on the closer camera and clean it up because hopefully there's some writing on there. Take a look at that. Hopefully there's something on here. Oh no. Sadly, it looks quite blank. But if you don't know what a bag seal is, or also known as a cloth seal, they were little bits of lead. They were in 2 circles, and then they'd bend them in half and then like crimp them over either textiles or little bags, which is really cool. So they're either called cloth or bag seals, and there's 2 different types. But you can see where it would have been pressed together there. There's like a slit in the middle. You can see where it would have been folded. That's like the hinge there. That's great. Sadly, there's nothing on there, but definitely probably 1600s, I'd say. Nice little find. Interesting little find here. That was a 45 right on the surface. It's made out of lead, but I don't know, some markings on there just in the middle. I think it might have been part of like an old brooch, or I don't know. It's made out of lead though. I don't know. Any ideas? Leave it in the comments. An interesting one. Next little signal here. I just want to show you how shallow things are. I literally just used my knife to dig this out. It was a really shallow signal. It was like an 82. Banging. Sounds quite small though, so it's a perfect little hammered signal. But then also it's a perfect signal for a bit of lead. It's in here, I believe. Oh, you're joking. Have I just called it? Have I got a hammered? Oh, I think I know what that is. Right, let me get it on the closer camera. I think I've just had a hammered, but not a silver one. I can't believe it. I think I just managed to get hammered on live. Let's just hope it does not have a shank. No, surely. I think I've just found a rose farthing, which is a copper hammered coin from like around the reign of Charles I. Oh, definitely. It's very battered, but not much detail on. But it definitely is. I'll be able to clean it up properly when I'm at home, but I think you can see part of the rose there. So these little coins are farthing copper coins, and they usually have a rose on one side and then a crown on the other. But it's very beat. But we've had a couple of this field before, so I'm definitely saying that is. So that's hammered coin number 2 for me. The Deus ones are winning by a mile. That is extraordinary. Next little signal here, nice clean, 66, 70, again, scratchy, but it's a nice little one. And I'm gonna put that down because it keeps falling over because it is so windy. But hopefully it is going to be something nice. Just down here. The Deus is clearly winning. Getting absolutely smashed. I think I might have seen something there. Alright, hey, I'm not 100% sure, but I don't want to say it, but I think I might have just seen a hammered. Is that it? Oh my goodness, no way. The Deus one's the best. I got another hammered, but it looks like a cut half. Oh my goodness, a silver one this time. Oh, they're miles away, they wouldn't even be able to hear me. Right, let's get on the closer camera. Mate, this field is honestly amazing. Right, taking a closer look at it, I think it's going to be a broken Lizzie, not a half cut. I think it's just going to be broken. Oh, you can see the date, look. And then the mint mark looks like a sword. 1570 something, it's broke. But hold on, let's give it a little spray. Oh, I swear, it's always the broken Lizzies that are amazing condition. Look at that. It would have been a beautiful one. I'm not sure what denomination it would have been. Not really sure, I can't really tell. It might have been a threepence. It would have been quite a big one, I think. Maybe a threepence or a penny. But it'll be 1570, maybe 4 or 5. We can get the exact date because you can see, look, the little... Is that a sword or is it a fleur-de-lis? I think it's something like that, but man. And this is actually on a different part of the field. We haven't done much. Oh my goodness, I'm going to go tell the others. They're going to be very annoyed. Get in. Lovely little signal here, everyone. A 96. A very... Oh my goodness, I've just missed the shovel there. Please ignore that. A very big signal, but again, this field has been ploughed in the last couple of years, so don't mind digging the shallow stuff. Right, it's probably going to be out. Yeah, just in there. Right. Oh, it's in here. Oh, right. It is a absolutely massive chunk of aluminium. That's the risk digging big signals like that.
I've never had a hammer with a note with a date on it.
Mate, Carl has just had a beautiful hammered. It's a sixpence. It's a big one. And we were saying earlier, so I've had a Lizzie. And then the next monarch after that is James. Haven't had a James yet. And then the next monarch after that is Charles I. You had a Charles I. And then the next is a Commonwealth. So we've got all of them in order, apart from a James. But guess what you've just found?
James.
A James! And it's got the date and everything. I'm going to get it on the closer camera. It is a beauty. Look at that. You can see 1607 there. Might be 1603, I can't really see, to be honest. And you can see Jacobus just there, and then you can see VI, which is 6 for a sixpence.
Oh, is that what that means?
Yep. 1603 or 1607? One of the two. Look at that. I'll get some cleaned up photos of this one because it's a bit hard to see because of the light, but that is absolutely amazing. What's that? How many hammers now? 5 hammers. Wow. Just look at that.
1, 2.
I have found another item. All the other guys, Jelly, Carl and my dad, were having a little sit down and I thought now is my time to get another hammered. And indeed I have. It's another little rose farthing, so not a silver one, which is quite upsetting, but you can just see the kind of outline of the rose, but still, it's a hammered coin. So these rose farthings are highly likely going to be from the reign of Charles I, so, goodness, I think 1625 to 1649, something like that. But wow, that is amazing. Look, there they are, side by side. You can see the rose on the one that I had earlier, a bit more clearer, but hold on, there we go. Look at that. Love this field. Feel like a bit of a reporter here. Got my microphone in my hand because I'm heading over to Jelly because she has just had a hammered. She said she wasn't really feeling it today. She just didn't get the vibe. But believe it or not, she's gone and got a hammered. Is it a nice one? Oh, it's definitely a hammered though, right? Let's have a look. Oh, definitely.
I like just fell over onto that thistle and I had picked up the barbs out of my hands and then picked that.
Oh my goodness. Right, let's get it on the closer camera. It looks like an old one. There we go. It's definitely going to be a hammered coin. You can see the cross in the middle. And it almost looks like there's a fleur-de-lis down there. But it is a very battered one. Also, there's some sort of letter up there. I'm not 100% sure though. If anyone knows, please leave it down in the comments. But I would say it's definitely a hammered coin. If not, it's a really early milled silver. But that is still a really old bit of silver. And it's a great find. My dad is having a shocker today. Everyone else, Carl's had 2 hammers, I've had 4, and now Jelly has had another one. Might be.
Shall we feel it together? Watch it all day long.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Get in. Let's get it on.
Oh, yes. London buses.
Oh, is that a car, is it?
It's a long cross, it's an older one. First old one of the day. Let's get it on the closer camera.
That is superb.
Look at that. It's definitely going to be an Edward. You can see the W-A-R-D Ward. So it's definitely going to be an Edward. Maybe, I'm going to say an Edward the 2nd or the 3rd, to be honest. But it could be an Edward the 1st. But it's going to be, I mean, Edward the 1st reigned from, I'm pretty sure, 1220 something to 1270 something. So it's going to be either kind of early to late 1200s and then maybe early 1300s. But my dad is really letting the side down. I mean, Carl's had 2 silver hammers and Jelly's now had 2 silver hammers as well. So I've had 4 hammers, so it's a draw, but 2 of mine are copper. So they're technically in the lead. So my dad needs to pick up the game.
And I'm losing my partner very soon.
Yes, Jelly's gonna have to go home soon, sadly. But what a way to end it. 2 lovely hammers.
Back to back as well, wasn't they?
Finally, my dad has found something. Just a little spindle well. Nice little find, probably 1400s. If you don't know what one of these is, I had one last week. They're used as weights. They were hung off the end of a loom to keep the tension while sewing. Very crude one, sadly no pattern, but still, it's a nice find. Oh my goodness. I just had a very nice signal. It was a 72 and I saw this disc covered in mud with lots of detail. I thought it was going to be a hammered, of course, but then I thought, oh, it's going to be like a euro, but it's not. Oh look, it says, is that a spanner? I think I've just had a Spanish coin. Modern one there, of course. Oh, I don't know. Looks like 5 something. Oh, I don't know. That's one to clean up for the roundup because we've only got like 30 minutes left. But some sort of foreign coin. Oh, that covered in mud there with all the detail. I thought that was a hammered coin. Still an interesting find though. Nice little one here. About 72, I think it was. Nice and clean, just over here. Oh, sounds like something. Oh, definitely something smaller. Is it that? No. It's just down here. Oh, it's definitely something absolutely tiny. Right, it's right here. If this takes me a while, I'll find it and then come back to you guys. Because it is definitely... Is it that? Oh, it is that. Oh, it's just like a... Oh, hold on. Hold on. Oh, I thought it was like a tiny fragment of another rose farthing. but it's not. It's just a scrap bit of copper. Absolutely tiny though. I'm going to call it there for the day. Carl, mate, thank you so much for having us in here again. It was honestly amazing.
Good day, another good day in that field. So, keeps producing now, doesn't it?
It does.
You've got some really
Yes,
interesting finds here.
Definitely. Got a few more bits that I haven't actually showed you guys that I'll clean up for the roundup. But it was crazy that we had the Monarchs, we had Elizabeth, then a James, then a Charles and a Commonwealth, all after each other.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
But thank you a lot, mate. I think we'll be back here next week, potentially.
Really? Of course you can, mate. No worries.
Mate, I'll see you guys at home for the roundup. And welcome to the roundup, everyone. What an amazing day that was. I mean, between us, I think we had 8 hammered coins. And Jelly's one actually turned out to be the tiny little fragment, turned out to be the centre of an Elizabeth I groat, I think it was. It was a groat, or it might have been a sixpence, something like that. But it would have been a big old Elizabeth I coin. It's very sad it's broken. And then Carl had his beautiful James I. Overall, it was an amazing day. I mean, mostly here, I think these are all my finds, because my dad did absolutely rubbish. He had a couple of the bits, I think he had that spindle well, but somehow he's lost his finds pot. So I don't have them, sadly, but these are all the main finds that I had. Starting off here, that was my only little milled coin, and it's not going to get in focus. Hold on, there we go. Little 1929 George V halfpenny, which is nice. Good condition one as well, which is lovely. And then this here, this was a really interesting one. It is a Covent Garden George Shooter 1 shilling market token. And it's cleaned up a bit, and you can see the 1S there, which stands for 1 shilling. And it is really crazy that it's the fact it's all the way in Essex, and it came from Covent Garden in London. I can't get an exact date on this because I can't find any information on George Shooter, but it is a market token. I'm pretty sure somewhere it said from the 19th century, so I'd say Victorian, so late 1800s. But it's a very cool find, and it's just crazy that is all the way up in Essex. So unique. And moving on to my mystery lead object. This has actually turned out to be a old post-medieval lead trade weight. It's a lovely little find. Never had a trade weight like it, but they were very common to have the fleur-de-lis. So I'd say it probably would have been used in some sort of market, would have been equivalent to something. But it's a very nice find. I've never had a trade weight this shape, especially with all the detail on, which is amazing. I'm very happy with that find. And of course, we have my 2 little rose farthings, which are great little finds. Very, very happy to have 2 of these, as I haven't had one in a very long time. They're both decent condition. You can kind of make out the rose on both of them. And they were, I'm pretty sure these are both from under the reign of Charles I. And these coins were made between 1625 and 1649. And they are both quite similar. You've got the rose on one side with a crown, and then the other side, it's quite hard to make out, but there's a crown with 2 sceptres going through behind it. But they are amazing finds, and I am very, very happy that I found them. And then moving on to the hammered coins that I had. Starting off with this little Commonwealth here. I actually got it wrong. It wasn't a half groat like I thought it was. It did turn out to be a penny. And as I gave a bit more information about the Commonwealth, I'll keep it nice and short here. But it would have been made between 1649 and 1660. And above the 2 shields there would have been the Roman numeral I, symbolising one penny. But sadly, it's been quite rubbed off. But I have not found a Commonwealth, as I said in the video, in literally years. So I'm very, very happy with that. I think the first Commonwealth I had was a half groat. And it was, I think, one of the first hammers I ever had. But that is amazing. I'm very happy with that. Something different is always nice, as that is the first Commonwealth to ever come out of that field. And then moving on to my sadly broken Elizabeth I hammered. It's actually turned out to be a fragment of a threepence. And it's very, very annoyed it's broke because I've never actually had one from these specific dates, because you can't exactly see the date because it's been literally just cut off there. But I've worked out, because of the mint mark, which was in fact the Greek cross mint mark, it is dated between 1578 and 79, which is amazing. So it's a fragment of a threepence, which is amazing. I'm very, very happy with it. I'm very annoyed it's broke because it would have been a beauty. But still, it's an absolutely beautiful, beautiful coin. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. And next week, I'm actually not going back up to Essex. Instead, I'm going to one of my more local permissions. I'm very excited because I haven't been on a pasture field in literally over a month, because I've just been going back to Essex every week. But I'm very excited for next week because some of our old fields, we've had loads and loads of hammered coins have been freshly cut. But for now, I'll see you all on the next.